H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is? It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And is this Wednesday? Is this Women Rock Wednesday? I'm serious, y'all. Is it Women Rock Wednesday? Let me see on my board. I'll tell you, I don't see no women. Oh, I see Belinda. Hey, Belinda, how you doing this morning? I see Sonya. I see Dale. That's all I see. Let me go on my other feed here. Let me go. You know, they be secretly hiding over there. Let me see. Oh, I see you over there hiding, Mr. Stewart. Who else I see over there? What's up? Yeah, I'm trying to wait on all my girls today. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Share the show, text, tag somebody. Y'all might want to, hey, I'm going to tell you. See, I don't like to tease things up, but I'm going to talk about some topics today. Y'all just get cranked up because it's on. Too much stuff happening out here, man. There's too much stuff happening out here, man. I'm going to give you something, then I'm going to get into something. It's too much stuff. It's too much happening out here. Share the show. What am I women? You know what, women? If enough men get up here, I ain't going to wait on the women. Hey, fellas, something is going on out here. Something going on out here, man. Shout out to everybody. Hey, Madonna, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on your other sisters. We got to have one or two more sisters in here. What's up, Ed Russell? Hey, Corey. Let me talk to the fellas now, because while I'm waiting on, let me talk to the fellas while I'm waiting on the women. Hold on. Let me get my stuff right here. Let's see. Let me see who I saw you, Sims. I see you, Chris Charles. I saw you, Curtis Stewart. You didn't say nothing, but I saw you over there. Thaddeus Moody is in the building. I see y'all, but I'm talking to my girls today. I'm talking. I got Belinda, Sonya, Belinda Jonica, Sonya Billingsley, Dale Griggs, Madonna Johnson, Minnie Collins. I got my girls. See, you know what? And I know they be knowing. They said how to need me, and I know Minnie was saying, I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all leave me alone. How to need me right now. I know it. I knew Minnie was doing. I know it. Minnie. Mamas, all your mamas of athletes and all of this and everybody athletics, y'all need to get your people on the show today. You need to get them on. You need to find them. You need to text, tag, tell. I'm serious, y'all. What is this world coming to? I broke a little news yesterday in the middle, talking about the Brandon Miller situation, a top draft pick. Projected draft pick, having to go, bringing the gun to the scene. Oh, yo, I just can't wait. Trey Phillips, what's going on? I got enough women. I got Mindy. I got enough. I got enough. Curtis. I need to. Y'all need to talk to me today. We need to talk to the world today. Serious, and I'm so serious. We're gonna have some fun, but we need to talk to the world today. All right, so I'm just giving everybody a chance, but let me give you some information that happened. This Women Rock Wednesday. I got a few ladies that rock. They always rock. Especially, let me tell you something. Today, let me tell you who my women rock today. Right, Mindy Collins, Madonna Johnson, Belinda Jonica. These my women. They rock today. Dale Griggs, Sonya Billingsley. These my women that rock today. Because this is an important time. Mark, I got your note. I think I got it in my note somewhere. Terrence Foley. D. White is in the building. D. White. She, one of my women that rocks today. Oh, we're going to talk about that too. Kendrick Lewis, we going to talk. Listen. We gonna have a State of the Union today. Let me shout out my little youngster. I hope did I download it? I think I did. Please let me see. I think I did. Her name is McMiller. She's a 2024 a young lady basketball player. Trey Phillips, you probably know who she is. She has signed a national level, not a national level, NIL sponsorship deal with Jumpman 23. She's a point guard in in Jordan's first high school NIL athlete. Shout out to this young lady. Let's give her a round of applause today. Her name is Yami Miller. So let me show you some of her game. Share this show right now. I promise you. I'm going to get all of this. We got to talk about Kiami. Let me Hey, Lady Bam. Oh, she got some. She got some. I just want to share that. She rocked the day. Jordan Brand's first high school athlete, NIL deal with an athlete. She got some. She in high school doing that. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Uh, Let me see what else we got. I'm trying to see. I want to talk about Bronny a little bit. We're gonna mention Bronny. Bronny is now. I tried to tell y'all running y'all mouth that day. But Bronny James is now projected as a top 10 pick, thanks to a significant jump he has made at Sierra Canyon, developing to arguably the best perimeter defender in his class while making strides with his shooting and his playmaking ability. I told y'all when I saw him up close and personal. I promise y'all, TV do not all the time can tell you. Yeah, you can know, but when you see him up close, I told y'all this boy. I didn't know all of this was gonna happen, but when y'all was talking about, well, they need to take Bronny off of this here, and they need to take Bronny off of this and take Bronny. Telling y'all, and he's gonna get better. I'm going to share that with you. I'm excited to announce the launch of because I'm a golfer, the launch of the Grant Thornton Invitational, a new mixed team event that brings together the top talent from the PGA Tour, which is the men tour, and the LPGA and the women's tour to compete in the same field for the same purses this December in Naples, Florida. I'm proud to just be a part of it because I know some people at Grant Thornton. It's an investment firm, and shout out to them. And let me tell y'all something. I don't know if y'all got this. Emir Doka. It's been a hot topic of conversations of the coaching circles. Seems like teams like the Hawks, the Wizards, the Knicks, the Rockets, and the 76ers were mentioned. And having this guy come coach for their team. That's just a hot topic out there. I don't know. It's just a hot topic. I just don't understand. I got a lot of subjects. I got to talk about Trae Young getting 2 black coaches fired. Now they're gonna get him a white coach, and he's probably gonna play the best in his life and he ever have. Oh my goodness, y'all wait till I'm gonna talk about that. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see where else I was at. Yeah, a couple of months ago, I'm gonna talk to y'all about this. A couple of months ago, that old Todd McShay, you know that the guys, they come on the draft experts, and he claimed that this young man named Jalen Carter had character issues that it could affect his stock. The other day, it was revealed this past season that Jalen Carter paid for his teammates Weston Wallace meals with his own scholarship money. Wallace was a walk-on, so he don't get to eat, I guess, free like the rest of the team. And Carter had heard about this and didn't want this to let this happen, so he contributed his own funds into his teammate every single day. What a guy! What a guy! What a guy! Yeah, we let these people talk about our kids all the damn time. Yeah, let's talk about them. Yeah, now some of our kids we need to talk about. We need to talk about. But man, let me tell you something. They talk about this kid. I wonder if Todd McShay gonna talk about that in his next report, talking about the goodness of this young man, talking about he had character issues. Let me tell you something, man. I mean, if you go home with Todd McShay, you might find he might be doing some crazy stuff. So, and another thing, y'all, and we talked about it the other day. I tried to tell y'all, the NBA All-Star ratings, viewership was easily the lowest ever. The All-Star Saturday night and the Rising Star also new lows. The celebrity game, and giving people the feeling that Ja Morant gives the fans. Now, his name would be trending daily. Nothing happened. I mean, nothing happened. I mean, the celebrity game. Wait a minute, hold up. The celebrity games. I'm sorry. It bucked the trend of record lows with an actual increase over last year. So the celebrity game was better this year. I'm sorry. The celebrity game was better this year. I'm just showing what's up. But then I saw this, y'all. I saw this. I didn't remember this. I probably missed this article. But I want to show y'all something I saw. And see, do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this article, ESPN? And Steve Francis, man, was the man he attended. Did y'all know that Steve Francis, y'all listen to this, mamas and daddies and Robert Young, what's up, baby? What's up, Gary? Did y'all know that Steve Francis, they call him Steve Franchise, he attended 6 high schools and only played a total of 2 high school basketball games? 3 years later, he was the number 2 pick in the draft. If social media was around in Francis All-Star days, when he was appearing on the cover of magazine with Destiny Child and giving the people that the same little vibe that, like I said, that Ja Morant's giving, his name would be trending daily because Steve Franchise was that dude. And I don't remember this one. He owned that when, that's when they was there. That was pre-Jay-Z. She was just Lil B from Third Ward. Now she Queen B. But I didn't know if y'all seen that stuff, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. But I got all my girls here. Y'all, let's start this thing. Share this show. I'm trying to see where I want to go first. It's just y'all just don't understand. It's so many. Let me just go. Let's go in the order. Because I'm pissed off at Trae Young. Let's see. I'm going to go and get that out of the way. I'm going. Wow. Somebody just said it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, when people talk about your people, I just let the facts do the work, right? I was just very powerful person just sent me something. And that's why I'm going to stop the show. He said he's in the NBA ranks, not in playing in NBA. In he's not a player. He's a upper office. He said this would be Penny's Hardaway 620 win season. But who knows though? Needs to be highlighted. Y'all, I've never highlighted it. It's his 620 win season. And we got a clown tweeting that it's time to move on somebody who ain't been there but 6 years and have consecutive 20 win seasons. 6. Thank you. I just don't want to name drop, but thank you, man. Appreciate that. Because there's some stuff going on in this media, and people is just not covering these black coaches fairly. And if I don't speak out about it, you don't speak out about it, ain't nobody gonna say nothing about it. You follow me? So I'm glad he got that. But let's go with Trae Young. Let's go with Trae Young. Let's go with Trae Young. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm disappointed in a lot of players this week. Shady McCoy. I'm disappointed in him too. And maybe I'll go there after this one. I'm glad you said something. Maybe I'll go there after this one. Atlanta Hawks dismissed Coach Nate McMillan. ESPN source tells me. I want to ask y'all a question, and y'all be frank with me. Text a friend, tell a friend, and tag a friend right now. I'm just curious because I want to know. Can you win an NBA title with Trae Young as your main player? I need my basketball people. I need my can you, Rick Brown, Daddies, can you? Hey, Tamika, can you, Tamika? Brandy, you know a little bit. Mindy, where Mindy at? Wesley Yates. Because this dude has gotten 2 good dudes fired, man. This little dude, and I'm trying to be nice. John, this dude done got 2 dudes fired. Nate McMillan, oh my God, I forgot the other guy's name. His name gonna come to me in a minute. He's assistant coach somewhere else now. Y'all gonna tell me. Now they gonna bring in a Quinn Snyder, a white coach, and then he gonna play his ass off. Then he gonna shut up and do what the hell they tell him to do. Listen to me, y'all. The Hawks gave up 3 first-round picks only to lose their coach and go 29-30 with DeJounte Murray and Trae Young. And that doesn't get talked about enough. It's a damn shame Nate McMillan got fired, man. Have any one of y'all ever met Nate? I mean, anybody out here know him except me? Lloyd Pierce. Thank you, man. Lloyd Pierce. That's him. Thank you, D.O. Hey, y'all, let me tell y'all something, man. When we get in positions of power like this, man, and people were mad at me talking, how you picking Luka over him? But players, let me tell you something. It's a damn shame he got fired, right? But players are always more valuable. They're just more valuable. Unless you are more valuable than the coaches, unless you're Pop, unless you're Steve Kerr, unless you're Ty Lue, Eric Spoelstra. Listen to me, y'all. You can't get no better dude you want around your son than Nate McMillan. The problem with Trae Young, y'all, to me, is that people want him to be a mini Steph Curry. Y'all, I told y'all that long time ago. He was not Steph Curry. He ain't no Steph Curry clone. He ain't nothing like Steph Curry. But they want to play him more like AI. One-on-one. Quick shot specialist. He takes a lot of long, early shot clock attempts. Have y'all been watching him? Y'all be watching the highlights. I got the NBA package, and I watch all of them. Steph Curry, y'all, doesn't even do that with regularity. All of that old crazy stuff. He don't do that. Golden State had devised a playing style that largely takes advantage of him moving around, coming off screens, off the balls. Setting screens. He set screens. Stephen Curry. And they always tell me he want to be like the next Stephen Curry. Dribble handoffs. They do a whole lot of stuff to get him open. Steph Curry's strength is shooting the ball. He does take some early shot clock attempts when he's got it going, but largely he plays off other actions and make the other players a threat as well. This little guy here don't do that. That's the problem with Trae Young or the Hawks. When they try to tell him to play the right way, he get mad at him and get the coach fired. When they say, let's do some stuff off the ball, I get you Dante Murray so you can do some other stuff. Now I want the ball. The problem is he's not having a vision, man, to play a system that would take advantage of his strengths while still utilizing his strengths. But when they try to tell him to do this, he bucks back. Don't show up for practice. No, don't show up for a game. Ladies and gentlemen, there are only two small guards, 6'3" and under, in the history of the NBA to be the focal point of an NBA championship team. Isaiah Lord Thomas and Wardell Stephon Curry. That's the list. That's it. Nobody else. Zeke was a dog. Second best point guard ever behind Magic. And Steph's skill set is appropriately used. Sounds like Trae and whoever is coaching need to figure out a system and a right type of players to put him around. He's not Stephon Curry. And that's when somebody probably tell him that, hey, Brian Boatwright, when somebody tell him that, I'm just not going to show up for the game. And they fire. Great man. Yeah, y'all, they got me. They got me. What time is it? I got to check my time. They got me. Did Nate cover for him? Yes, Nate did. Look at Mindy. Mindy, no. Just a look at history. Only Isaiah and Curry are the only two small guards in the league. They'll give you that. Thank you, Lionel. You're a little late, Lionel. I already said that. But thank you. Thank you for confirming, Lionel, what I already said. Thank you, sir. It's a delay. I guess it's a delay. Or when we talking to yo, I'm just trying. I'm just trying to see where I'm gonna go next. Trying to see where I'm gonna go next. Trying to see. I'm just trying to see. See, some of this stuff, I got to play this before I go any further. I got to. Okay? I want y'all to really, really notice. You know, yesterday, it's 58 years ago, they killed a guy. The first major book, thick book with no pictures in it, that I ever read from cover to cover. That I remember. Not for school. Put it like that. Just on my own. Was the autobiography of Malcolm X. And there's some stuff going on in this community. I got to share this first with y'all before I go any further. Then y'all just listen to these words.
Malcolm had become
I want to go there. Had to go there because I'm going to talk about some topics. And soon. But before I go there, I got to give a shout out. It's Women Rock Wednesday. Uh, uh, Summer Creek, how did they do last night? They win. I think Carissa Dixon and Judy Jack, the assistant coaches over there, I met them at the Shadow Creek game a long time ago. They were at the TSU game the other night. Shout out to that staff, and proud of that staff. I think they going to the one black woman coach. I think they're going to the regionals. Then somebody sent me some information. I'm going on secondhand information here. 6A Side Springs High School, Tanisha Rogers, and assistant Casey Ryder, black coaches. These all the women that's going to black women that are taking their teams to the regionals. Head coach from Cy Ranch is head coach is Megan Daniel, assistant coach Brianna Jackson, and Carissa Hubbard. At Pearland, you got Jeray Adams, and for 5H Fulsher, Deshanna Brown. And Memorial has is a black male, but it's Women Rock Wednesday player. I can't hook you up. And shout out to my young fella Orlando Horton. His daddy sent me that. He said, "How's it going, Mr. Hatter?" He said last night Orlando eclipsed 2,000 points in a win against Drake Jesuits. Wow, wow. Huh. Now he is over 2,000 points, 400 assists, 300 steals, and as a 5'10" guard is averaging 6 rebounds per game. Shout out to them. Shout out to Hightower for winning. I know you got to talk about Hightower because Coach Wood's always on this show and supporting this show. And he said something. I think they're going to play Stratford. They play Stratford February on Friday. I'll be out of town, Coach. I won't be able to be here. I'll be with the TSU Tigers this weekend. They play against Jackson State and then Alcorn State. We need those 2 wins. So support us. Go on the broadcast, KTSU broadcast. Download the app and download the app and go and watch the game. Okay, go Hightower. I don't know. I don't know that Women Rock Wednesday. Don't forget to leave out Felicia Rashad out. Okay. All right. Okay. Won't ever forget complete until y'all pull Felicia Rashad out. Do some of y'all read what y'all saying before you press send, comment, whatever y'all do? Y'all do that? I mean, for real. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, D White. Do y'all press send? Landon said, "Crazy how he is absent from most history books in African American and in African American culture." I have to post him on our wall in my classroom. He's not absent in this American African American. So that's all I can do. That's all I can do. Uh, uh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I'm trying to see where I'm gonna start. Because I got some unique things to talk about. Let's see. Huh. Do I want to go there? Do I want to go there? Do I want to go there? Yeah, I'm serious, y'all. It's let's just go here. Let's just start here. Okay. We've been talking about, ladies and gentlemen, a lot about Eric Bieniemy. Okay. A lot of the sports world has been talking about Eric Bieniemy. Okay. Now y'all see why I had to play Malcolm first. I had to get him in me so he can calm my spirit down. Eric Bieniemy, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, was a offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. Head coach Andy Reid, of course, was a very successful as a head coach in Philadelphia Eagles. He went to 4 consecutive NFC title games and a Super Bowl. Didn't win one, but he went. Usually, when an offensive coordinator is with a coach with credentials like that, sometimes people question how much is it the coordinator or the head coach. Okay? Especially in this case. They didn't do that with Doug Peterson and Matt Nagy, but okay. Then in addition to everything else, Eric Bieniemy is an African American coordinator. And all these coaches all over the place are getting jobs, except him. He is not one of the people that's getting jobs, in spite of the fact that he is an offensive coordinator for the greatest offense in the modern game, year after year after year. He calls the plays. He does all the things that you say. When when the other offensive coordinators, when they do this, they call them the Wonder Kid, the Wonder Boy, the genius. But with him, it's crickets. That's why I told y'all the other day, it's a genius. Now he has to take a job that they call a lateral move, but in fact it's a step down because you go from to the worst team, the Washington Commanders, who also owner got to sell the team. You got me? Follow me? They sent him to the franchise that's in complete turbulence. And the owner has been forced to sell the team. Go look up Daniel Snyder. Then you'll understand what I'm saying. At least, he's an offensive coordinator away from Andy Reid. You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm good with it. And you can go into offense. He got to go into an offense that needs a lot of work. And the success would be contributed to him. And also vice versa. If failure comes, it'll be contributed to him as well. But doing all that, it's got this guy named LaShawn McCoy, former Chiefs running back. Okay? Let me see. Let me see. I put in it. I didn't want to. I'm gonna just make sure I didn't, because I did want y'all to hear his damn mouth. I don't think I put it on there. Because I didn't want. I just didn't even download it because he just saying he wasn't worth it. He wasn't worth it. Yeah, I did. See, I'm so smart. But I'm gonna tell you what he said. Okay, former Chiefs running back. He said the following. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. You remember what I keep telling you. You remember I just had to play Malcolm first. Okay? We know how they thought about Malcolm, but I know how I feel about Malcolm. We know it's two structures going. It's a social structure, how they look at us, and there is a governance structure, how we see each other. LaShawn McCoy, black former Chiefs running back. He said the following on Fox. Fox. See, whenever I said Fox, ESPN just as work, but whenever I said Fox, your antenna got to come on. That's who used to have Jason Whitlock on it. And Skip Bayless on it now. Okay? Speak for yourself. I think that's the name of the show. He said this. Listen to these words. I hope he doesn't. Wait a minute. I hope he doesn't fail. Speaking of the enemy. But I think he will. Darryl Barnes. Deshaun McCoy. I hope he doesn't fail. Speaking of Eric Bieniemy. But I think he will. Mindy. Thank you, Mindy. Thank you. Thank you, Mindy. Mindy, I wanted to play it for y'all, but I didn't dare play nothing from Fox on this thing. So I'm just telling you what he said. Y'all got to go watch it yourself. I can't play. Mindy. He wasn't finished, Mindy. What is his value? What makes him a great coordinator? Shady. His name was Shady. Now, his name's Shady McCoy because he's been a shady dude. When they call your ass Shady, Mindy, you hitting it. You hitting it, Mindy. Mindy, watch this. Shady went on to say that he has nothing to do with the passing game at all. The plays are already designed. That's Andy Reid. How we see us. Their ice is colder than ours. Whew. When he went on. When you talking about offense coordinators, I can tell you what makes Brian Daboll of the Giants a very good head coach. A white guy. Hold on. I ain't finished. I can tell you what makes Andy Reid and Doug Peterson a good coach. Let me finish this story. I got you. I like it. Somebody said, I hope he doesn't. Either because they're going to say to him, yeah, I wish okay. Even if you think that, boy, look at you, Mindy. Look at you, Mindy. Yes, he said this about Benny. Hold on. I'm going to give you some history. It's history there. Just slow down. Slow down. I got you. I know y'all chomping at the bits. But when they asked him about Eric Bieniemy, he said, what makes him good? First of all, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. In case you didn't know what made him good, I'm finna tell you what make him good. Okay? I've been blessed enough to be around this industry for 30 years, and I know enough people to tell me what makes him good. That's why I came on here, on this show the other day and told y'all how good he was. Okay? He ain't never coached. I ain't never had to coach him, but I talked to the people around him and the people above him and the people parallel to him everywhere, right? Got to do that. You know why? Because I want to know. Watch this. Watch this. First of all, there's history between Eric Bieniemy and LaShawn McCoy. Let me explain to you. Eric Bieniemy coached the running backs. He coached Adrian Peterson and a lot of other ones, right? And he played the position himself, right? Eric Bieniemy played running back. When you carry the ball loose like Shady McCoy had in his whole career out in the open like this, and Eric was trying to teach him how to carry it in a certain way, and you have done it another way your whole entire career, and certain way, and you're going to push back on that, right? You're going to butt heads, right? Take a look. Take a look, y'all. Hold up. Got something for y'all to see. Hold up. Oh, hold up. Hold on. Take a look at that. Okay. Just want you to take a look. So, LaShawn McCoy and Eric Bieniemy under Eric Bieniemy, right? Wasn't but 1 year. 1 year they played up under. Bieniemy was running back coach, and LaShawn didn't play very much, and he felt he should be playing. LaShawn with Bieniemy as his coach had his second worst career ranking in rushing yards and rushing per game and all of that. Y'all see it. 0 touches in the playoff. So there you go. It speaks for itself. Played there for 1 year. His ass wasn't that good no more. Y'all, let me tell you something about the washed up ass athletes. They blame everybody. Been in this business for 30 years. They blame the agent, their girlfriend, they blame everybody, but they washed up ass. Yes, I got to be point blank with this one. Check this out. Hold on. So there's some history, right? But why he went to this length that he went to, I just can't fathom. I just don't know. They all know in the locker room that Andy Reid calls the majority of the plays. Everybody know that. So what? You don't need to jump up and down on Eric Bieniemy because he's not calling 100% of the plays. Businessman, what's up, baby? You do know he was calling plays at the time throughout the course of the game. Even the head coach, Andy Reid, has said on the record, the players have said it on the record. Patrick Holmes, the MVP, has said it on the record. When you look at why Eric Bieniemy hasn't gotten a fair shot, and we all scratching our heads, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. It's not because he doesn't know football. We know that. John McCoy, I want y'all to go back and hear the whole thing. He act like Andy Reid don't know what the hell he doing. That's what he said on national TV. I'm really disappointed in Shady McCoy. I'm not going to call him out his name and all that kind of stuff, but I'm really, really disappointed. He will go out there and try to make it seem like this dude is stupid or dumb or something. They already think it. The other people. Y'all know why y'all see why I had to play Malcolm first before I started this? Played under him for 1 year. 1 year. 2019, Mindy. Mindy. Oh, wait till I finish. Let me finish. Because I talked to the Kansas City Chiefs, Mindy. They didn't want his ass nowhere around. They the one told him you washed up, you don't want to go. Andy Reid them the one cut him. Eric didn't cut him. They cut him. Let me repeat that. Eric didn't cut him. Andy Reid cut him. Let me finish. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to have people in the room with a seat at the table to get these opportunities. When you go back and look at the history of the black coordinators and the black quarterbacks and the coordinators in general, the majority of the coordinators and the head coach are largely played the quarterback position. But guess what? Back then, they didn't what? Let people that look like me and Darryl Barnes play the quarterback position. Marlon Briscoe played it 1 year. The next year, they made him be a wide receiver. But most coaches starts as quarterback. Doug Peterson, quarterback. John Gruden, quarterback. Andy Reid might have been a quarterback. What is it? A couple of more. They're going to pop off my head in a minute. So they get the opportunity to become this wonder boy genius. Cliff Kingsbury. Sean McVay was a wide receiver, though. Playing quarterback. Maybe at the lower level. Like I said, Cliff Kingsbury, he played? Played quarterback. John Gruden played it. Sean McVay, he's played receiver. Andy Reid, I think he played. Doug Peterson, I know, played quarterback. Black players were intentionally, y'all, excluded from playing quarterback. Older quarterbacks usually morph into what? Coaches and head coaches and coordinators. The old black quarterbacks, Doug Williams, they had to go somewhere else. They wouldn't let them come and be no coordinator. Warren Moons and all of them. Can you imagine what Warren Moon would be? The value of one of these quarterbacks? They made him go to Canada and break all kind of records before he come back. He would have been... They wouldn't let him play. You have to have people, y'all, like Lovie Smith, Houston Texans former coach. He hired Pep Hamilton as his offensive coordinator intentionally. He had to give him the opportunity. You had Coach Dungy. He hired what? Jim Caldwell. You had Bruce Arians. Guess what he do? Hired Byron Leftwich, who happens to be a quarterback too, and happens to be black. A lot of head coaches, y'all, are white and are not hiring black coordinators to help them call their plays. Because that position of power in the quarterback, that's why y'all got to realize the quarterback, somebody gave me an image, said, Robert, the quarterback, everybody else is kneeling down or low, and the quarterback is high. That image should be a white guy. Y'all got to remember, on TV, they was talking about it this morning. They always pan to the quarterback, to the head coach, to the quarterback, to the head coach. Go watch a football game again. The quarterback and the head coach. Now, I'll give you a black quarterback. Now, I can't let you have a black quarterback and the black head coach. He should have. I don't know if he had the clout to do it, but he should have. It's a good one, Darryl Barnes. I'm going to put that one on the thing. So when we got these guys trying to come up on these networks by talking about, see, y'all got to understand, they following the model. Stephen A. talked about players, he get famous. Skip Bayless talk about players, he get famous. Talk about players, you get famous. Talk about LeBron, you get real famous. D'Amico Ryans. I don't know the dynamic. I promise you, I don't keep up with nothing that them people do over there at the Texas. But guess what? You know what he should have tried to do? They would have ran D'Amico ass out of town I would have had Brian Flores from a defense, and Eric Bieniemy. I'm just telling you. But D'Amico supposed to be a defensive guy, so he might want to. Come on, man. But I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. I just wanted to walk y'all through that kind of stuff because we got to stop, man. Got to stop tearing each other down to make a buck. I told y'all this. I said, what did I say? What did I say? I had this article I was reading about. Wait a minute. About how black you get more clicks black when it happened to black people. Talking about Kyrie. You remember we was talking about how many clicks? Let me see what they call it. I got it somewhere. You know, when we was talking about Kyrie, they talking about, well, why people, oh, he said anti-blackness is profitable. You remember I told y'all the story? Yeah. I'm gonna go back. You remember I told y'all, Rolling Stone. Hold up, let me see. Hold up. Let me give y'all. I got to read that to y'all. They said the black athlete is profitable. And the black athlete's perceived misbehavior is profitable. Oh! And we know this when a discussion should shift, and it does not. Because we're going to talk about little Brandon Miller in a minute. So I'll give you an example, okay? So there was a period of time where the discussion moved from Kyrie Irving to Jeff Bezos. I think I was the first ones. I came on my show the next day and said, well, wait a minute. Why we getting, because it was common sense to me, why we get mad at the dude that's sharing it and not the dude that's selling it? I came on this show the next day and then everybody else picked it up. I got to start capitalizing on this stuff. So when we said let's hold Amazon accountable, he's making the money off Hebrews and Negroes, and let's form a petition. And there were some famous actors joining in the charge. Rolling Stone actually had pictures. Y'all listen to me. Freightman don't miss a show. He heard me. He had pictures of those actors. But most publications, even if the article was focused on Jeff Bezos and Amazon, still had the cover picture of Kyrie Irving. But they was talking about the... So, when that's not perceived, so it's not about perceived anti-Semitism. That was about anti-blackness. They was talking about Jeff Bezos and selling the movie, but they put on the cover Kyrie Irving. Because again, the whole article was about Jeff Bezos and Amazon. So why was the Kyrie on the cover of it, y'all? That was an editorial choice. And that's when you have to examine the fact that anti-blackness will get more clicks and there is more profit into anti-blackness. That's why I always gonna talk great about y'all black folks and us black folks all the time. I ain't trying to get no clicks. I'm trying to get my people to understand, man, what these people doing. It's anti-blackness. Then I go a little further. Go a little further. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Then when I listen to him, when y'all go and listen to him, it sounds personal. It sounds personal. And he's trying to put it as it's just, I'm just being honest. I had a first-hand experience, like Mindy said. I had first-hand experience. I was there. I was just trying to give y'all to it straight up and be objective, you know? No, my brother. The way you were saying that, it sounds personal. That's why y'all got to go see it. Y'all listen to me, Mindy. It didn't end well for Shady in Kansas City. I know what they thought about his skill set. They told me what they said about it. And once they shipped him down the road, because he was only there for one season, y'all, Eric Bieniemy, let me explain to y'all, in case y'all didn't know. So y'all be asking all them questions, but Robert, why did he? I'm finna tell you why Eric Bieniemy hadn't got no head coaching job. Yeah, ain't nobody else gonna tell you. I'm finna tell you. Me and Louis Riddick gonna tell you. Y'all ready? Let me tell you. Eric Bieniemy is one of those guys who coaches the way we used to be coached. Okay? Which is not the way you coach players now, or discipline, or teach players now. You know, it's a different crew of people I have. Y'all know that. We got some coaches. That's why I say y'all need to share this show. I got something for these coaches. And he's very old school and he's very matter of fact. Remind me of somebody named Robert Hatter. Robert, you too harsh. I know. That's the way I was raised. He might have some word choices that you don't usually hear these days. Just letting you know about Eric. Okay? And his owners know it too. But what that we used to hear all the time. And there are some people who say there's no need for that type of coaching now. And guess what? And maybe it isn't. But I don't think it's necessarily wrong either. I turned out all right. It wasn't a comfortable relationship between those two, Eric and Shady. Shady think he know it all. And it wasn't a good relation between Shady and Kansas City Chiefs either. I told you, they basically told him, you're not good enough anymore. He ain't said nothing about them. You're not the same guy you were in Buffalo and Philadelphia when we drafted you. And he drafted him up there in Philadelphia. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. 30 years in this business, players do not like to hear that. They blame everybody, their agent, everybody, my mama, my because you know, because people like Kevin Frazier say, man, why you ain't in the league? Man, my agent ain't good no more. A baboon can represent your behind if you're good enough. Frazier said that's one thing he got out of coaches, out of coaching. You're not the same guy that you were. Shady McCoy. Players don't like to hear that. What makes Eric Bieniemy good? He's a guy who holds people accountable. He does have a very good grasp on the offensive structure. These are the people in Kansas City saying philosophically on what we're trying to get done. He can run a team. He is involved in every facet. This is the Kansas City talking. It's the people I know in the Kansas City hierarchy. He is involved in every facet of their game planning, every situation, and he presents that to the team. He gets in front of the offensive team and presents that. Shady McCoy. He is very active in his input of the game as far as situational and what they think the best play for a particular situation. And he has come up with many suggestions that has resulted in the big touchdown in the key situations. Like I told y'all the other day, them two wide open situations they were in the Super Bowl. As far as his leadership ability and his ability to hold people accountable in a day and an age that I think, quite honestly, is lacking. He would do that. If you want a guy you expect that will reward you for just participating, he's not your guy. If you want a guy when you earn it and he's gonna give you hold you accountable, you earn it, gonna pat you on the back and hold you accountable, he's your guy. Tell me the Washington Commanders don't need somebody exactly like that for their football team? As great as Andy, and Andy is a first ballot Hall of Famer, Andy is an offensive whiz. His coaching, his style of coaching, maybe some people don't like. I'm talking about Eric. He would be very brash, y'all, and upfront, in your face, honest about how he feels. You need to conduct your business. You know, a lot of these players don't like to hear that. Some in y'all high school teams, some just got knocked out of the playoffs. Some just got advanced in the playoffs. If you need somebody who's going to sugarcoat everything, y'all know I love him, and kind of pat you on the rear end and just give you a participation trophy, y'all got to go somewhere else. That's not your guy. The NFL needs guys like Eric Bieniemy. Y'all don't say nothing about Belichick and Saban doing it. Two of the best. Listen, it comes down to three things for me in coaching. Are you credible? Can you be trusted? And are you competent? And are you good at your job? Then I add, are you a positive impact to people? I don't care if you're black, white, woman, man, screamer, yeller, quiet. If you can't do those things for me as a leader, I'm not going to follow you. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all listen to me. Share this show. There are people in the weeds hoping that this man don't do well, like Shady McCoy. We got to make sure he do well. Take a quick break. Come right back. Got something for you.
I'm Solomon, owner of Solomon and Bryant Wines. I am a proud native Houstonian, and as a result of my upbringing, love for wine, and my determination, I was blessed to start my own wine company. My logo symbolizes unity, strength, and perseverance. Solomon and Bryant encompasses a variety of wines. So go to our website, purchase your choice of wine, and we will deliver it to you anywhere in the country. Choose to be excellent. Make it a lifestyle. SolomonandBryant.com. I'm Solomon, owner of Solomon and Bryant Wines. I am a proud native Houstonian, and as a result of my upbringing, love for wine, and my determination, I was blessed to start my own wine company. My logo.
Hey, y'all. And now I got something else I got to share with y'all. Wow. Nate Oates. Nate Oates. Coach of Alabama. Let me read something for you. Alabama coach Nate Oates offers a tone-deaf reply to Brandon Miller's alleged role in the fatal shooting. According to law enforcement officials, the best player on the number 2 ranked team in college basketball transported the gun that was used to kill. I'm gonna call her name. I'm not gonna. They just said the 23-year-old woman. Hold on, I want to get her name right. Hold on. Her name is Janae Harris. Okay? I want to call her by name. I'm not going to be insensitive as this article was. Regardless of the legal consequences to the soon-be NBA lottery pick, Brandon Miller. And it does not appear that there would be any. That piece of information alone is the most troubling story in college basketball this year by a significant distance. Let me repeat that again. Regardless of the legal consequences for the soon-to-be NBA lottery pick Brandon Miller, and it does not seem to be, it seemed like nothing gonna happen to him. And yet for Alabama coach Nate Oates, it's merely a speed bump on the way to the Final Four. Heck, it wasn't even that. A sad situation, he said. As he said in a news conference on Tuesday, the team even said a prayer about it before practice ended, which was certainly nice of them. But think about this, y'all. But as Miller's involvement in this horrific tragedy, something that need to be dealt with in a way that might compromise a couple of wins, apparently not to the Alabama athletic director, Greg Byrne, and Nate Oates, who might have earned the title of America's most tone-deaf person in the world. Let me tell you why. Let me go back. I'm gonna come back to that. Okay. Everyone felt that they had. It's a dude told me. A young man was telling me the other day. It was a troubling development, okay, yesterday. I mentioned it briefly on the show. Troubled development, okay, regarding the involvement of Alabama basketball player in the deadly shooting last month. Listen to this. Police testified yesterday as we was on the show. The freshman standout, Brandon Miller. Jim, I'm going to get you off the screen until I finish talking. Brandon Miller brought a gun to the then teammate, Darius Miles. He requested as a president, check this out, y'all, and was present. He not only brought the gun, but he was present during the altercation near the campus that erupted into gunfire and left Janae Harris dead. Y'all, this was a month ago. Dude's still been playing. Miles is facing capital murder charges. In the incident, Miller hasn't been charged with any crime. And as of Tuesday, after this morning, he still hasn't been even disciplined by the Alabama team. This is a big headline, y'all, that is absolutely troubling, because the shorter version is that the best player on the projected number 1 seed was at least loosely involved in an incident that led to the death of a young woman and a young mother. Brandon Miller, literally, as the police testified yesterday, brought the gun that was used to kill Janae Harris, to the scene of the crime. That does not mean that he knew that she was going to what the result of that was. For me. But it does mean that what it resulted in, I am shocked in the way Alabama program has handled this, ladies and gentlemen. Shocked. Hold up. He has not been disciplined. He's still been playing for a month. They knew this. And I understand he is not charged with a crime. And he might not have an illegal problem, but this is the basketball program, y'all. Represent a major university. It's a privilege, not a right to play. And even the best version of this story has your star player possessing a gun that is not that is not his, late at night, and handing it to somebody who did handing it off to somebody else who used it to kill a young lady, Miss Janae Harris. It's obviously a devastating and troubling story, Jimmy. If Brandon Miller was somebody other than on the best player in the country, would he be allowed? Wouldn't he be already suspended and perhaps dismissed from the whole basketball team? Y'all, there are layers to this. Head coach Nate Oates said, oh my God, I can't believe this man said, that they were aware of Miller's alleged involvement, but that Miller was, quote, at the wrong spot at the wrong time and not in trouble. This came out of the coach's mouth. He came back, and tried to recant it. Jimmy, I can't believe these words came out of his mouth. Who are these guys, man, that we're allowing to coach these damn teams? That everybody's sucking. Oh, Nate Oates. Chris Beard. Y'all heroize these human beings. This is not a wrong place in the wrong time situation, Jim Hicks. The wrong place at the wrong time. If you at a party, minding your business, you're having a good time, and somebody, something pops off on the other side of the room, and then you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. But Brandon Miller contributed to this being the, quote, wrong place. The only way that the gun in that moment was used to kill Janae Harris is because he showed up with it. So this wasn't just Brandon happening to be in the wrong place, being around, and then the gunfire erupted. He literally brought the gun to the place where the gunfire erupted. That's not being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Nate Oates, what is you saying, bruh? Yo, Brandon Miller, projected first round pick, NBA. And again, he has not been accused of wrongdoing at this point, which baffles me. But let me tell y'all something. Let me go put on the Robert Hatter hat. But this is going to be the first thing that NBA executives want to talk to Brandon about. Because he's good enough. They're gonna let They're going to figure this thing out. They're going to ask him, why did you do this? Why did you get involved? Did you know what was going to happen? He will have to answer a series of questions, Jimmy, about this, because just on pure basketball perspective, this guy should definitely be one of the top picks in the draft. But now there's this other variable that need to be considered. Why should I spend this type of pick on you? Why should I invest this kind of money into you? Is this a good person who just made a poor decision? Or this is symbolic of something else about his character? But Jimmy, it's a whole lot of stuff, man. I know you know some stuff now. It's Jimmy, this what kills me. Y'all be out here ranking kids, y'all have events, and y'all do all of this and having, y'all get paid for it, but y'all do all of this stuff. Them kids go through all this stuff and go and make it to a Division I basketball place. That's a D1, that's a blue blood, and I'm the blue blood, I mean a high major, and you get all the way here, and you just want to throw it away because a girl don't want to talk to your big funky ass. I got a man. That means leave me the hell alone. Oh, I slap people. I've been known to slap people with your bully ass. Hey, man. Something is wrong. Something is terribly wrong. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to be like Eric Bieniemy. I'm not sugar. Jimmy, they done told me Eric Bieniemy is too hard-nosed. Them owners saying, I can't have you talking to my players like that. Oh, Jimmy, you know I done found out. I talked about that earlier. Y'all got to go back. Oh, he's too hard-nosed for him. Eric, you can't be talking. Eric said, oh, this is how I'm talking to him. You're a little old school, Jimmy. But, man, I just don't understand, man. And then Brandon Miller pull up and block the car in. The girl's car in. And the DA said, well, I don't have nothing to charge him with. Jimmy, what's up, man? I had a whirlwind night, man. With Shady McCoy talking negative about Eric Bieniemy and this dude right here, I'm disappointed. That's what I really am. I'm disappointed. I think you muted.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? You guys got to share the show right now. We ain't got but 38 minutes left. So 38 minutes.
I don't care if they don't share it. They gonna tell their friends to see it. I bet you that.
Right now, here's the thing. I think a couple of people done used the wrong choice of words. That DA, the coach is one of them. The DA is another. DA says there's nothing I can charge him with. Yes, it is. Nothing else you can cite him. You can cite him for some traffic violations that I'm quite sure that would be a start. At least, even though that's misdemeanor stuff, we understand that. But at least that's a start. Then you can go and upgrade, and find some other stuff. But come on, the grand jury is the one that would actually bring the indictment against
whoever,
the person.
Right.
But this stuff right here, I honestly believe that the iceberg hadn't even melted on this thing yet. It's just melting because that girl. First, the girl wasn't there by himself. I would assume
she had two more people, her cousin and a cousin boyfriend.
So I'm quite sure they are lawyered up and their lawyer is telling them just hold tight. And then
Oh, yeah.
you know you ever been to the rodeo and you saw how the horse or the cow be in that thing before they let him go, open that thing up, and
And
that
they
cow
messing
be in
with
that
him,
bucket, right?
agitating him. So just hold on now. Hold on.
And that thing be ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure that her companions are ready to, cause they can't, because every day you're reading something and you know some of the stuff you may be reading is not what your accounts of being an eyewitness of transpired. So I can only imagine once they begin to talking, it's going to probably be too late. That's why for Brandon Miller. Now, secondly, is this young man had it take a certain type of mama to sit there and watch your son go down the pipe, and you know some other people involved in your son going down the pipe, and that mama don't persuade that son. Tell him what happened. Tell him everything. They finna put that needle in your ass, boy. They finna get you better. I'm just saying, it take a certain type of mama
Hold
to
up.
just say,
Miles is not from a bad family. His
so,
mama and
so,
them got, his
so
mama was a police, a DA, she was something. A
you
mama was
think
something in law
you think
enforcement.
this boy finna take this case? You
Hold
think
up.
he finna take this case and
And
just
the
run with
point
it?
guard daddy was a something. And the point guard who was his daddy was these wasn't no them, dude. These folks what this damn see, but let me tell you something. One of them was a street dude. You know how the basketball players like to hang with one dude. One of the dudes that got told me this morning. It's the street talking. One of the dudes know everybody. You know, he wanted to lose everybody. The dude who did the shoot. He wanted them, Jim. He'll go for it. He'll go for it, right? And and they was just telling me, and I said, what's the fascination with the gun? He said, Robert, all these young dudes like guns. They told me about a gun I just found out about this morning, Jimmy, called a Draco. You seen a Draco before, Jimmy? You know what a Draco is? I got it for y'all. You know I put it on.
Oh, that's
I'm going to put the Draco. I know I put it up there.
these
Man,
young
I put
folks.
that. Where that Draco at, man? Hold on, I got to find that Draco because somebody sent it to me. But no, Jimmy, I mean, it's crazy that, man, and then Jimmy, hold up. Did you hear the police report? Oh, that a Draco is right there. Hold up. They put that Draco back up on the screen, Jimmy. Y'all got my Draco mixed. Y'all got my He talking about that. So I don't keep up with this kind of stuff. Jimmy, they said they ain't just carrying the regular 9. They carrying this thing right here. I said, what? I mean, you know, I'm talking to some street folks this morning. Just try.
I wonder if all of them got the banana clip or if they got some with the shorter clip.
Jimmy, no, he said that's their trademark. They love the banana clip.
Okay.
So I'm just sitting there. No, I ain't trying to make light of it. But Jimmy, I'm just saying, how can you just so casually, man, bring my gun? Jimmy, did you see? Hold up, did y'all see the police report? Jimmy, I didn't want nobody to just think this was in the police report. I ain't mean to cover you up, Jimmy, but it said Alabama freshman standout Brandon Miller brought the gun. This in the police report. This is the law enforcement testimony. He brought the gun that led to capital murder. Jimmy, hold up. Did y'all read that one? I just want to let y'all know I ain't trying to. Y'all read that one. Y'all done read that one, right? Okay. Let me give you another one. Jimmy, I'll put another up there. Because I thought I was going to be. Let me put it in the middle. Let me scoot that thing in the middle so you don't have to look over it. There was, Miles said, there's added, he said there was one in the head. Jimmy, that's in the clip that Culpepper said meant a round was in the chamber. Miles moved his girlfriend back to get her out of line of fire. The police said, hold up. Then Miller's windshield. Hey, Brandon Miller windshield was struck twice by gunfire. His ass could have been dead right now. Police testified. Another basketball player, Jaden Bradley, that's the point guard. His folks, Google him. His folks is something in law enforcement. Was also at the scene of the shooting, according to testimony. Hold up, Jimmy. Hold up, Jimmy. All this police would tell. You know how you like to pull up them court cases, Jimmy? You the court case. You hold up. Then hold up, Jimmy. No, Jimmy. Hold up.
We gotta bring Icy Mike and Keija Smith to the front of the congregation.
No, we don't. They don't need to be on there. Leave them boys.
Former the Alabama graduates. We got to bring y'all to the front of the room right now. We got to explain.
I'm trying to take
y'all got some explaining to do.
Okay, but Jimmy, hold on. This is the last one right here. That's the one right there. Last one. I'm trying to get the other one off the screen. Okay, let me get this other one off the screen. No, I want that one to stay. Get that one off the screen. All right. Then asked by Miller why he was not charged. The DAs, Paula Whitley. Boy, y'all go look up Paula Whitley. Her ass went to Alabama. That's not a question. That's not a question I can answer. There's nothing we could charge him with according to the law, she said. Jimmy, I just trying to see. I'm just trying to see. Somebody said they sent me something. How you send it to me, Elton Thomas? He said you sent something to me. Where you send it to me at? Let me see. It's all over everything, Elton. But keep on going, Jimmy. Jimmy, Jimmy, it's been a month. Think about this, Jimmy. It's been a month. This man saw a girl get killed, and he been out here playing basketball like it ain't nothing. Jimbo, that man that saw a body, and he been out here hooping like ain't nothing happened. Let me see. Somebody told me they sent me something. Unbelievable, Jimmy. I mean, I just don't know what to say. Why would we go through all of this stuff trying to be a top player and get up here and just and want to be a gangster? The gangsters want to be players, basketball players, and the basketball players want to be gangsters.
Well, the thing that's so funny is that, here's the thing. In the sport, in all sports, most of the gun charges, or gun-related charges, in the major sports, we're talking football, basketball. Those are the major revenue sports. Most of the people are black that are getting that, most, not all, most. But then if that be the case, then why do we get so mad when white folk tend to group us in that barrel? Instead of, you can get disappointed about it, but why do we get so mad when they lump us in that? And that means if a star player, see,
you can still be mad when people loop you in something because you ain't doing it. If you ain't doing it,
they have reason to.
But I'm gonna get mad if they look me into any damn thing that I didn't do.
Understand something. It's same as walking through the parking lot, right? And somebody block their windows, block their doors as you walking through to find your car. On most days, to some people, some folk that's black, they see that, they'll start laughing. Like, that's crazy.
I lock mine, Jimmy.
But then some folk, I lock mine too, in some cases. I lock mine when I'm driving regardless. You ain't just ain't gonna get me that easy. So, but and that's coming from way, way, way back when I was a teenager. Hell, I've had a guy in the back seat with a pistol to my head, and they was robbing my little homeboy Red, who went to Cashmere with me. And we, and so I've been in that situation before. And so, but anyway, back to this kid is arguably the top player in collegiate basketball, one of the top NBA prospects, without question. So he went and bought the gun. You saying you couldn't charge him with nothing? Is it legal for guns to be on college campuses now?
They wasn't on the campus yet, Jimmy.
I understand that, but they have. But understand that was then. That's a different crime.
Okay.
I'm talking about. So that gun, if it was in his car, that car was on school campus. The day before, the night before, the week before, whenever you bought it. That gun, if your gun was in your car, and your car is on that campus, you still can't bring that gun. That gun is on there. There's something they can charge him with. Like I say, it's small, it's misdemeanor, but possession of this firearm, all it would take is one witness.
In Alabama, you 18, you can be licensed to carry.
Understand that, but taking the pistol on the school property, that's a whole different thing. All it takes is one witness. Right now, I'm quite sure that there's a witness. This boy that got this murder case on him. Like I said, they can easily, it ain't just him. There's somebody, everybody don't see, you got to find the person that don't really care for that person. And that would be the person that can speak up. A person that really, really, really loves this one less young black queen that they took her life, that knows or that saw him at a party. See, for me to tell you, Hatter, I need that heater, that means I know you got a heater. So
yeah.
how do I know you have a heater? That means you had to brandish the heater at some point in time.
No, you told me to go get the heater. I even know where the heater at.
No, I'm saying, for me to know you have the heater,
No, Jimmy, he told the dude to bring his heater. That was Darius Miles' heater. That wasn't Brandon's. He said, Brandon knew where the heater was.
So that means for you to know I have a heater, that means, how do you know I have a heater? How do you know I have a heater? Understand this. We went one.
They teammates. Teammates know they got who got that.
You don't know everything. That's what I'm saying. You don't know everything.
But this particular dude, he know he had a heater.
So that means, once again, how do you know that unless I let you find out? A heater, that's just the same as if I had a weed square, or if I had a bag of snow. I'm gonna let you. You don't know I got that unless I let you know.
Yeah. So I'm trying to see where you're going.
So that means once again, that means that there's witnesses out there that can testify that they saw this man with that weapon on school campus. Guys, you don't understand. You cannot have a weapon on a college campus, especially in a day and age of mass shootings, especially when we've just had mass shootings on school campuses this scholastic term. Think about it. So we're talking about a whole different. Most people that buy a gun.
Jimmy, forget the gun. This man blocked them folks in. They couldn't get out. Forget the gun. That's kidnapping.
It could be in certain states.
Them folks was wanting to get Jimmy. No, forget all of that. Forget it all. I'm trying to figure out. Because I'm trying to give a message to somebody. I ain't trying to be messy. Who do you think you are, Darius Miles? Cause a girl turned your black ass down. And now I'm known to slap people. Dude say you ain't slick, man. Come on, man. The girl said she got a man. He had that healer too. Jimmy, that dude had a heater too. And these dudes out there dancing in front of the car and trying to dance in it and trying to impress the girl. The girl said, man, I'm good, man. We just waiting on our food so we can get the hell out of here. This girl is not, her friend a cousin go to the University of Alabama. She was just down there visiting. Left her 5-year-old son at home to come down there and visit her cousin. And this clown put him in a situation where the girl gets shot. That's what I'm trying to figure. These choices that our young people have made. I don't care how many heaters and how many who know where it's at or who know where. I'm saying what is wrong, because guess what? I know for a fact this just ain't happening at that damn university. Some of y'all out there thinking the same thing. What make you think, young man, just because you play for University of Alabama, somebody gonna want your ass? No, leave the girl alone. I told y'all a long time ago, I used to go to prison ministry all the time. And Jimmy, I never forget. 99.9% of every last dude in there, Jimmy, are in there because of three things. Glory, greed, and girls. Every last one. Glory. Nigga talking crazy to me. Disrespecting me. Yeah, I had to catch a body. Greed. Robbing, stealing, selling, doing everything. Because he had to get enough money to impress a girl. I mean, I'm sitting there talking to the guys. But all of it stemmed back to girls. Nigga said something to me in front of my woman, and I got at him. Man, I'm sitting there listening to this stuff. Jim, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I did this stuff about 5 years. It was so mentally draining. But them three things. As a girl got killed. Glory, greed, and girl. As a girl got killed. Because dudes couldn't stand the girl turning them down. So you want to start because the dude told you, player, get up. Hey, player, leave them alone. Jimmy, I know some dudes like that back in the day. They bully asses. That's the message I want. Man, leave these folks alone. If a girl, no means no, sir. Now you got a lot of lives messed up. You got a 5-year-old boy that ain't got no mama. Who gonna take care of the boy? Because you wanna dance and prance in front of some and a girl. And Jimmy, they said Brandon Miller went home because the club was too crowded. How in the hell he don't have enough clout to get in the club? Maybe because he's 18, he ain't old enough to get in the club. But he said the club was too crowded, the place was too crowded, he couldn't get in, so he left and went home. That's why he wasn't there with them. What kind of club, dude? You ain't got enough juice to get in the club and you Brandon Miller? Oh, maybe you got to be a football player to get in that club. football rang down there, you're right. But now, Jimmy, when I looked at the proximity, you know, I'm going to Alabama University a whole lot of times, especially when Avery Johnson was there. Jimmy, I know exactly where they were. And I was just putting all this stuff in my mind. I knew exactly where they were. And not far from the stadium, man. It's just unfortunate, man. Our young guys, man, on these college campuses around here, y'all, we sending our kids. We think they're a safe space. And now the college ain't a safe place no more. It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Oh, wow. That's all I got to say about it. I told you, Slim Shady, and this boy took a lot of energy out of me. I had to pray last night. Hard. Because I'm thinking about it, Coach Jim. Jimmy, ain't nothing like having a kid, Jimmy, on one of these college campuses, man. I never forget, they had a stabbing at Cornell, Jimmy, off campus somewhere, right? Jimmy, how my heart just dropped because, we get alerts. Parents get alerts. And until that boy called me and said he was all right, dude, Jimmy, it's just a feeling, man, that you're feeling you feel helpless until you get that call. That's why I love when them parents get on them schools when they had the school lockdowns and not telling them parents what's going on, because them parents just dropping. So, young fellas around the country and the other 300 or 200, 350 some schools, man, come on, man. Come on. Please, come on. Have more respect for women. Better off have respect for yourself. You don't have to dance like a clown in front of nobody. So plenty of women on Alabama's campus. Why you had to bother these people? Come on, man. Let's grow up. When you know better, you do better. But that's all, Jimmy. What else you got? I'm tired of that. Oh, you put yourself on mute. You muted up again.
Yeah, I muted up again.
I know, because you got know what's going on.
High school playoffs. Their first round is resumed. I think a lot of the favorites are still standing. Some good matchups in the second round. We have the brackets updated on rcsports.com. Also, we have some results. All of the results are posted inside of the brackets from the scores of the first round games. I think you guys will love that. You go to the website and look at the top where it says playoff brackets. I think that's what playoff brackets. And just click on there, and you can even print them. And it's like, cool. Doug Jones keeps that populated now for the most part. And it's good to know as matchups and pairings are coming in, we keep that thing populated. Go check it out. Print your copies. Also, big ups. Guess the biggest, not necessarily upset, no major upsets out of last night. A couple of mild.
Yeah, Shadow Creek, I think, was a mild upset.
Yeah.
But when I saw the school, and you know how styles make fights, when I found out that school they were playing and the way that coach coached, then I kind of knew they was going to have a problem.
Yeah. So, Shadow Creek is sidelined. They're out. They lost to Clear Springs, 58-46. Clements, probably the most surprising to me.
Clements lost to who?
To Katie Tompkins.
Wow.
Now, that's not it.
That's not it?
Katie Tompkins has, in the class of 2024, best white kid in the city. His name is Luke Cochran.
That's the shooter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So guess what?
Uh-huh.
He didn't even suit up last night.
What?
And they still beat Clements.
Clements just wasn't ready for the playoffs, Coach. Some teams ain't ready for the playoffs, Coach.
Clements went 3 or 4 rounds deep last year.
But that's last year.
I know. I'm just saying, it's not like you'd see your deer in the headlights.
Yeah.
Like they're not ready. You were here in advance last year.
I ain't talking about deer in the headlight. Jimmy, when you got to depend on them 14 and 15 and 16-year-old boys to be ready at one moment, because you get one shot, man, I'm telling you, unless you just got a team full of dudes You gonna get beat, man. I mean, I saw that stuff so many times. I mean, I was nervous every round we played in. Cause I didn't never know when my son was playing. I didn't never know what them dudes. Jimmy, you remember some half our team flunked out the second round. You remember, cause usually the first round you cool, but the second round is when grades come in. So tell me. So you said Clemens Clemens lost.
So here's the thing. Clemens was led by the kid Divine
Hugo
Chukwu, right?
Okay.
With Luke, Divine is ranked number 6 right now in the RCS Sports rankings.
What?
Right? Luke was ranked number 11. So that was a matchup that was really tasty.
But Luke didn't play. So some intramural boys beat the 6th ranked player. That's what you're telling me. Boy, you done froze up. That was an ugly picture of you right there. Yeah, I don't like that. But unfreeze that one. Yeah, I'm glad that unfreeze. Boy, you were looking like Alfred Hitchcock right there.
Yeah. so it's one of those things where now that class of 2024 is not, it doesn't have a lot of thump on the top end of that class. So we're looking for some of the individuals who's going to just separate themselves. I understand certain teams are better than others.
So this was an evaluation period. So that was an evaluation period for them, that game.
Absolutely. You no days off. It's postseason.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you're telling them.
And it's just not, and he's not the only one. For example, anybody that went to that game, what did Divine, did he eat in the loss? That's what I want to know.
Hey, Jim, I got a question. How do we keep up with the girls? I know we got Doug and them telling us, but is there anybody out there that updates you on Twitter with the girl? I'm just asking anybody out there, put it up there because I want to know. I want to know who updates me with the girls because I like Summer Creek. I wanted to know what they were doing.
It is. I mean,
okay.
Simi Colson, who has a daughter that just won a WNBA ring with the Las Vegas Aces. Sydney Colson, who played at Westside High School.
But I don't know his.
Simi Colson. You can just search him on Twitter.
Okay.
Simmie.
Okay.
Simi Colson.
Okay.
And he's the.
Oh, Trey Phillips said he got it on his. Okay. All right, Trey. Trey, I guess I don't know what to look for. See, I guess Doug and them always just Doug and Robert Carroll, they be popping up and Jeffrey Day. So that's how I know some of the boys stuff. But I mean, we got too many people out here covering these games, so we should know every damn boys game that's going on. We should know everything. I mean, we should know every boys game that's coming on. But what else you got, Jim? Keep going.
Yeah. So, and as Angel just put on there, Cy Springs and Cy Ranch girls made it to the regionals. The regionals would be this weekend on the girls.
Okay.
And I think Summer Creek and Pearland, if I'm not mistaken.
I like their coaches. Summer Creek coaches, they off the chain.
Yeah, that's my homegirl right there. I mean, we ain't from the same hometown. That's my partner.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, she cool.
And Coach Dixon. And but we it's gonna be good. Only 4 teams left. Only one can advance to state. That's on the girls' side. And we were talking on the boys' side.
Yeah, come on back to the boys. My bad.
Some of the Seven Lakes beat Elkins.
Okay.
Last night.
So Jacoby gone for the year. He's done.
Well, yeah, I mean, but Seven Lakes, they was expected to beat Elkins.
But did Jacoby eat though?
That's the question I want to put out there. If anybody out there watching, did Jacoby Osborne eat in the loss? They only scored 54 points.
Y'all know he got to be good if I know who he is. Yeah,
so,
I like Jacoby.
I mean, and guess what? We understand these kids. This is one of those classes, but it still should be noted.
Yeah,
because Otherwise, people will wait until they have a monster breakout game. Then they'll say, "See, y'all sleeping." Well,
we can't sleep on Jacoby. I've been talking about him for
yeah, but I'm talking about,
middle
but still,
school.
though, it's time to perform.
Yeah.
Even in the loss, you need to put your fingerprints on it and let us know
Jimmy.
you were there.
Jimmy.
Some guy, for example, last night, Beaumont, not Beaumont United, Summer Creek played Pasadena Memorial. So Pasadena Memorial, they have Robert Miller Jr. the third.
One of the best players I've seen. Yeah.
So he's about 6'10". He's an 11th grader. And
did he eat?
They lost. They were getting skunked at one while by Summer Creek, who has better guards. They're a better team.
Right.
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 And the final score was 60-45. So Pasadena Memorial only scored 45 points. But so did Robert Miller eat? That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, I think he finished with 13 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, triple-double. Then
12 rebounds, 10 blocks.
Yeah, triple-double.
So he ate.
Yeah, he ate.
See, this is just that simple, guys.
Robbie.
People try to make this stuff complicated, and you can make it as complicated as you wish, but it's basketball. And in basketball, you can put all the analytics that you want to do, but it's basketball.
Yeah.
Did you show up? Everybody can't win. Did you show up?
I got one for you. Clear false. So my little young fella whipped up on Posey?
Did Posey show up?
I don't know.
Did he eat in that loss? Now, Orlando Harden, we know
he won.
He won, and he got to live to see another day.
Yeah.
He had 20-something. I don't know the exact amount. 23.
Well, that's eating, coach. Y'all be wanting him to hit 50 all the time. The man, he can't.
That's not going to happen. That's definitely not going to happen all the time. And the thing is, you look at the final score and the percentage
68.
of you eating, what percentage of that is of the total?
He had 20. If you had 20, he had
20%.
Yes.
If you scored 20% of your team's offense,
you balling.
Then you definitely showed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we mentioned Robert Miller III. Team scored 45. Hell, he scored 13 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's 25%.
That's right. That's right.
Something like that. That's the thing. Who showed up? And know what happens? This is the part when everybody get their ass quiet because nobody hurt nobody. Guess what? If a dude's, matter of fact, we don't care who didn't show up. Let us know who did show up when they got in their loss. That'll make it easy for y'all. Because everybody, see, here's the thing. Everybody is an ally with everybody. So if you say the truth, if a kid had a bad game, oh man, why you putting my son out there on blast like that? What the hell you mean? So what you do? Let his first time being on blast is when he get to college. That's what y'all want.
Right? If he get to college.
Or if he get to college, and if he plays when he get to college, that would be and he has a bad game, they're going to write about it there. A person that don't know him at all. Right? Mm-hmm. So that's what you want. Thank you, Daz Maggie. Orlando Harden from Clear Falls High School, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists.
Jim,
you know what? I like that. I respect that. You know why? Because they didn't take the 8 and make it 10 rebounds. They didn't take the 7 and make it 10. It's 24, 8, and 7.
You know what I like? You know what I like?
W.
Jimmy, he is not quietly, but he is consistent. This little dude, we've been talking about him the whole year now.
Yeah.
He is consistently tearing people's, to me, and I'm just watching, he consistently putting a body of work together. I'm just watching it. I'm just watching. He damn near probably one of the most feared. People just probably don't even want to play. I know straight just with them little guys that play on Posey's team probably said, "Oh, mama, I've never played nobody like this." So yes, he's quietly having a good season. What else you got? What about Bush? How is Bush supposed to be good?
Bush gone home. They gone to the
But you said you had them by 5. You lost the hell out of that one.
Bush lost yesterday
Uh-huh.
to Katie Jordan. And another thing I was going to mention, Katie Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
they were 5A last year. This is only their second year of varsity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Jones Jr. is the head coach over there, and they find themselves in the second round against Bel Air. Now, Bel Air won over Memorial last night, and Bel Air's without their leading center. They had one young man, Coleman Dutton. He's out for the year with an ACL injury. That happened a couple of months and a half ago. So now Bel Air's been without the big fella, Big Andrews. He hadn't played in the last couple of games. So will he be ready on Friday? I'm not sure. Katie Jordan would be the favorite. Lil Holt.
Little Hope balling like that, man.
Well, and I want to go back to Clear Falls.
Okay, go.
You just talked about. You mentioned Orlando Horton,
right?
And it would be pretty disrespectful to certain guys. In other words, if we talking about Thurgood Marshall, we're gonna say Jalen Lowe and give him his due. And then, but we can't talk about Thurgood Marshall at some point in time. We're gonna mention who else? Who name we gonna say, Adam? Thurgood Marshall High School.
The coach.
You damn coach, damn right.
Right.
You talk about Beaumont Westbrook. Soon later, you're gonna mention Andre Boute's name, or David Green's name with Beaumont United. You're gonna mention them because of their style, because of what their resume. Well, over at Clear Falls, let me remind you guys of something. They have a coach over there, a young fella that's in his 30s, that is making waves. He took a program that was in the mud about 6 years ago and basically revamped that program, turned them into winners, turned them into a multiple playoff teams. Hell, he even beat Ronnie Courtney in the first round of the playoffs 2 years ago. That's Brian Shelton. Brian Shelton was the head coach at Northside High School. Used to be called Jeff Davis. He left there in HISD, got this job. That's where he's from. He's from this district over here, Adam. He's from the Clear. I think he went to Clear Springs.
Mm-hmm.
I think back in the days, he played for Clearbrook, one of those two. Brian Shelton, and he played at University of Houston. He's the coach. His mindset, guys, if you see Orlando Horton's team, they're not winning no fascinations in the layup line. He's coaching those guys. Them guys buying in. They're winning. Same thing over with Charlie Jones Jr. at Katie Jordan. And that reminds me, Adam, of something. I got six how would I say it? 6 names or 6 coaches. I've narrowed them down. 6. And for coach of the year. Matter of fact, I'm going to make the list 10, but I'm going to give you 6 of them. I got it that way. Margin of error, we'll add 4 more in. I'm going to add 4 more in the next few days. But here's the deal. 6, these coaches, for my coach of the year, as we get ready to get up out of here, we got to go. And that is, what am I basing this on? These 6, not a single one of these 6 was picked to win their district. You see them coming from? They were in districts, but neither one of these 6 at the beginning of the season, not a soul that's not affiliated or related to somebody within that program thought that they would even come close to winning their districts. So to me, that means you overcome and you shock the world in regard to that, right? Mm-hmm. So now, first up, of these 6, well, hell, I'm going to go and throw 8 now because Clear Falls, Charlie Jones, and Brian Shelton, you guys are honorary members. Y'all in right now. So now I'm going to have 8. I got 2 spots left. Now, the rest of these 6 I'm about to name, what do they all have in common? What do they all have in common? I just gave you one thing, and it's and Fur head coach would be on this list. Remember, Booker T. Washington was getting all the thunder. They went to the regional. Even and even though Booker T is the number 1 seed, they're still co-district champs. That's in the writing. You can't take that away. Just because they tied, somebody got to be the 1 seed. So Rodney Lewis goes on this list, right?
Coach Lewis.
Huh?
Coach Lewis. Okay. Coach Lewis over there coaching. He said they mess around and give him a job. He gonna be a good coach. He told me that a long time.
Hightower, Stephen Woods is on this list.
Goddamn.
They're in a district that nobody picked Hightower to win. And not only did they win, Hatter, they're the only team from that Fort Bend ISD district that made it to the second round.
Oh, that's right.
Everybody else in that district is gone home. They gone to the cleaners. They gonna get mothballs. Stephen Woods is on this list. Grand Oaks High School. How in the hell did a first year school go into the district with the College Park, with the Woodlands and Conroe and all those guys and win first place in that district unanimously? They head coach name is Mike Day. Props to Mike Day. You done took those guys over there and galvanized them young fellas, and they crushed Westfield last night. Beat Westfield, put a 20 on Westfield. Right? So shout out to Grand Oaks. Next up, speaking of a first year school header, they ain't the only one. Now I know Stafford High School won this district outright in 4A. With Glenn Bishop and all and that, and they're my favorite to go to state from Region 4 and 4A. However, Iowa Colony, this is their first year of varsity. Think about this, Hal. Not only their first year of varsity, but this team is all 9th and 10th graders, and they ain't lost but like 3 games all year.
Who the hell they coach?
Jay Simon.
Good job, Coach.
Iowa Colony could meet Stafford in the regional finals down there in Region 4. All 9th and 10th graders, and these young fellas are eating. They eating. Yeah, I say lost 2 or 3 games. They 28-4. Stand corrected.
That's all right.
28-4. First time ever. He definitely on this list. MacArthur High School. Nobody in the world thought that MacArthur High School would be tied for first place in the last week of the season in that Aldine district.
I don't even know where MacArthur High School is.
I ain't know it was a school. In that district. They got Nimitz in that district. Aldine Davis was tied with him. Eisenhower was in that district. All of them. And MacArthur with Al Reynolds Jr., another young man.
Okay.
See, you see the kid. I'm not just going to get the conventional guys who's winning. To me, that's a whole nother category for Coach of the Year.
You talking to the guys who wasn't supposed to be people that give them a shot.
How you keep them guys?
I thought Woods was supposed to be in a rebuilding year.
Who?
Woods.
Yeah, Coach Woods. Coach Woods, remember, they went from 5A to 6A. So then people were saying, Hightower, okay, now we're going to see what you're working with now. You went to state with the team a couple of years ago during the COVID year. Get it done with these guys. And what does Coach Woods do?
He's still practicing. Hold up. He's still practicing. He's still practicing. Man, y'all don't know. Coach Woods a mad scientist over there, man. He like a mad scientist. Huh?
Hey, man, if we don't talk about these guys, then who will?
Yeah.
This is why we ask you guys to Chop Shop. It serves as a platform. So now what you go do, you go after the show over with, you come back, go on to YouTube, and you go and you splice it, and you send it to your district. Let them know what we talking about. If you don't do it, who the hell will? We giving you a reason to help you with your resume, to make people pay attention to you. Send it to the restaurants around you in your community. Guess what? Then those in certain communities, you believe it or not, when you're winning and the kids go eat a sandwich, even though I understand it may be an impermissible benefit.
Jimmy, quit talking. You got they're gonna splice this. Just quit talking. If somebody buy them a meal, okay. You quit talking.
Ain't nobody.
The UIL.
Somebody might forget their meal. Somebody might forget it.
Look. UIL is watching.
I'm just saying, so you guys get it. If these are the things that you send to the people in your community to let them know, send it to your booster club president. Let them know, because they might not even realize.
Right.
Like the MacArthur, they hadn't won a playoff game. They hadn't been to the playoffs since 2004. They had a kid named Jordan Brooks. And Jordan Brooks is one of the only, he's one of maybe only two people in the history of college basketball to win a national championship at two different junior colleges in consecutive years. Remember, Aaron Brooks, the third, was his head coach.
Okay, yeah.
He was at Fort Smith, Arkansas. They won a national championship. The kid transferred to Midland, where Aaron Brooks III went, who's now assistant coach at Baylor, and he won a national championship there. Jordan Brooks was at MacArthur in class of 2004.
Okay.
So this dude hadn't been there since then. Think about that drought. Shout out to them guys, man. Them guys, hey, man, good work. Young fellas, and people saying these are public schools. I understand I could have named some private school guys.
No.
I just named only the public school guys this year, because if it was a private school, right now, I had to go and just do my homework, but a person that not necessarily, most private schools coaches were picked to win. Houston Christian, you were picked to win your district. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So,
no intrigue there. Right.
So that we'll see now. We have a game today. The TAP state tournament is going on today up in Waco. And St. Francis Episcopal is playing against Westbury Christian.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Them two Houston teams two Houston teams in the finals?
In the semifinals. They met up in the semis.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the TAPS state tournament.
Okay.
I bet my right pocket that at least one coach, even though they lost last night on the road, they're back in Waco right now. They're Baylor. If nobody else would be in that building watching, because those kids from St. Francis, they got Nigel and the rest of those guys. So that means they're to watch Nigel. By default, they will have to see Jason Scott, who's a young sophomore, part of that 2025 class as well, who's leading Westbury Christian in scoring. So you got to see him by default. So it's going to be somebody in that building watching. This is the state semis. So check that out. You got the schedule on rcssports.com. But we done enough for the day, guys. It's time for you guys to share the show on your way out the door. We got to get up out of here. I see you, Kelvin Solo. Halle gave you a shout out. Halle might have sold you 2 crates of wine. Not a case, but 2 crates of that Ripple that you got there.
Hey, I shouted out on the show. Not on the show, on the broadcast.
On the broadcast. Chatterbox Save wanted some. He said Chatterbox had the nerve to call your wine some booms for him.
Yeah, man.
He thought your stuff was pink champagne. No.
Yeah, man. But that's good, man. I can't wait. Hey, man. Hey, Jimmy, I'm going to tell y'all tomorrow, but people tell me I don't tell them. We're on the road. Jimmy, these 2 important games, Jimmy.
Yeah.
We got 2 important games. We got Jackson State. We got Mo Williams with his whine and self. And, yeah, he whine about every call. He got put out the game the last time. What else? And then we got Alcorn. Alcorn is good. Now, Jimmy, you keep saying it. You know Freightman gonna put up there.
Alcorn.
Say it the way you want to. Oh yeah, you're right. Alcorn.
I take 2 F's and 2 I's out of the damn word as well. It's a chop shop. I'm gonna chop the name up.
Hey, y'all, go download the app. KTSU app, man, and watch us, man, and listen to it, and give us a shout. I mean, say something. If you don't have my number now, just go to Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com and say, Hatter, I'm watching the show, and I'm gonna shout you out on the broadcast. So, what is that? KTSU app and Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. Jimmy. There go Nissa Bill is in the building. Nissa Real Deal Bill came in late.
Nissa in the highs, man. Nissa in the highs, man. Women, hey, it must be Women Rock Wednesday. It must be Women Rock Wednesday. That's the only way Nissa gonna come up in there. Date night, baby. Date night. Hey, well, thanks everybody, man. Make sure you share the show on your way out the door. Good convo. And of course, I'm looking at them standings for the SWAC right now. TSU is in good position. You got the win, though. You got to split these games. At least one of these.
So if we get one of them, we in, Jimmy. One in.
No, you're not in, but you're in good shape. You're in good shape.
So just go beat the brakes off of Jackson State, right? First.
Jackson State is the easier one to get.
We got to beat them. Jimmy, we could have beat Alcorn. Jimmy, we had them. Jimmy, we just got, man, I told you we got my dude back, man. We got that PJ Henry back in the building. Look at you.
Hey, we just need the guys on the bench to be ready to perform when their number is called.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I need more productivity off the Texas Southern's bench. Need more productivity, more output per minute from those guys, especially a guy like what's the guy that was hurt early this season? How that came back when Nicholas came back? He missed the guy that missed the first conference game along with Nichols. I mean, along with
Joy,
with PJ. He's a wing. He's a guard. He's a wing guard. He's a guard. The strong cat with the mid-range game. He's on the bench now. He was starting when he
Davon Barnes.
Yeah. Barnes and Mortar were both starting in the first half of the conference play.
Yeah.
Both of those guys are coming off the bench.
Right. Well, so you need somebody of them too.
You need to give us your starter type productivity and prove why your ass should be back starting. That you should be giving it easily. They're not, and they're still winning. They need it right now. Anyway, we up out here, guys. Peace. Y'all share the show on your way out the door. Chop Shop. Go over to rcsports.com. Check out those brackets. Check out the recaps from last night. Action around the area. And more importantly, we have released I just activated the all tournament teams from the middle school city championships. We got the all tournament teams. Man, that was cool. I had to go all through my notes and look at my score sheets and do all that stuff and check it out. And you'll see it's 10 7th graders, 10 8th graders, plus one MVP on both sides. They're listed on the front page of the website right now. That's rcsports.com. Check that out. And also go into the VIP news. Check us out on that. Peace. We up out of here. Chop Shop.
Out. Let me hit that button. Think y'all out of here right now.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.